Alrighty traders, George here, and time for a look at the trades of the week. I've got some great stuff to show you here. For starters, for those of you that were in the part 2 of the Balance Beam seminar last week, I built a ground up analysis of the Dow to present some trade strategies there, and of course one of those is the ones we're going to look at here in just a bit. And then for those of you that are Balance Beam model owners and subscribers, you got the other two signals for oil and the Nasdaq, and we're going to take a look at those. So in the next minute or so, you're going to see the actual video snippets of the setups that were sent out and were created live for the Thursday session. And then I'm going to come back and show you the charts and give you a little bit more commentary on what happened. But here is a look at 3 great balance beam setups that you saw happen in advance, and then we'll do a little recap coming right up. Make some adjustments. On my long target here, I'm a little bit aggressive beyond this point here. So I've pulled my entry down. I'm going to pull my target 1 down within the boundaries of this guy here. I'm going to pull down my target 2 to the underside of this heavily traded zone here, and I'm going to put my target 3 up to the top. So I've just fine-tuned my trade based on a minute-based chart going back 120 days and checking the daily and checking the weekly. That's as complete an analysis as I need to do for this. The last step here would be considering risk control and how much I would be looking to. Where we are right now, 37.26s. I've got 3 different directions set up here. First, getting long at 38.21s. That's $1 higher than where we are. These are the 3 upside targets for that particular entry, and I should make note that we want to get long at 38.21 after we make a print of 38 and pull back to 37.80. So we don't want to make a beeline. The Nasdaq, for starters, where we are right now, we'll look to get long at 43.52 with these upside targets after 43.40. So we need to pull back about 20 points or so before we can get long. If we rally up into this, so you just saw those 3 balance beam setups. Here's what's transpired since. For the Dow futures strategy, that long entry was triggered and it just basically made a beeline right up to target 2 here. That's 373 points in the Dow going long, okay? That's $1,865 per contract. Look at the price action breaking back over this balance beam. Air pocket, not as much trading, really helps price move up quite nicely. And note where we've sort of stalled out here. At the time I just did this a few minutes ago, we were at 76s. The target 2 that I had pulled down to 28s well hit, as I like to say. So there's the Dow with an incredible follow through and no looking back at that balance beam. Here's the oil setup. Initially the short was triggered and that went to cleanly hit target 1. That's 51 ticks, okay? The long was then set up, and based on hitting target 1, that picked up another 67 ticks there. So that's $1,180 per contract, essentially on a target 1 hit in both directions there. That's 1,180 there. There's 1,865 on the Dow. And the last setup was the Nasdaq here, and this only set up once. But look at this little green ellipse. I've highlighted that price point of 43.40. Don't get long until 43.40 hits. It did. Then long at 43.52. Look what happens. Bam. Right to target 1 there. That's only 41.25 points. As I mentioned, the kind of targets that most traders think are impossible. This is a monster trade for most traders. This is target 1 for a balance beam trader. That's $825 per contract right there. So for these 3 markets here, 100% win rate for this last several days here, and picking up almost $3,900 on these trades. The balance beam model is what's driving all of this, and my analysis, as I showed you in the part 2 seminar, as well as for the subscriber and balance beam owner series, the videos that you saw there driving all of these gains. Everything is a trade what you see moment for us here on the balance beam, and able to own these markets in a pretty ferocious way here. An absolutely killer week. Congratulations to all of you new balance beam signups. We've had an absolute onslaught of people looking to be a part of this kind of power, to be able to trade the balance beam model and take control of their careers, as it would be for trading, and really get to be a part of these great moves here. I showed all these set up in advance. There's the follow through, and we're moving into a Friday. How could you not have a fantastic weekend? Alright gang, use the link at the bottom of this video. You can get more information on the balance beam, and until then I'll see you back in the live training room.